The world is changing and it goes high technical more than the generations of yesterdays. With the online trends and social media users and personalities, a lot more influence has happened and continue to transpire. Furthermore, with the current state of the world in the present, strict physical interaction, massive creation of masks, and protective gears only to protect one's health lead to limited face-to-face communication. According to Data Portal, there were 4.48 billion social media users in the world from the start of the year 2021. This equals more than 55% of the global population. Having this, let us have a clearer picture of our definition. Social media content is a subject posted online through any different kinds of online platforms. It is created by ordinary individuals, companies, organizations, or the social media application itself. Social media influencers, on the other hand, are those who create a certain topic that they may or may not have expertise on. Influencers are from the word itself, influence, on which they lead an impact to their viewers because of their contents, authority, fame, position, or their relationship with their audience. By this, we ought to study the different outcomes of social media to the whole being of the viewers, specifically the young audiences in Baguio City, Philippines. It also seeks to answer the following questions: what is the standard of the audience towards themselves, with media and without media? What are or is the driving force that leads viewers to change their point of view? And lastly, how do the viewers react to influencers and media personalities?
This study used mixed methods, which defines the systematic integration of mixing quantitative and qualitative data within a single investigation of both open and close-ended methods.
This study was focused on the impacts of social media on viewers whole, being to youth of Baguio City, Philippines. The researchers gathered their personal information such as their names, areas in Baguio, which are both optional, and their age. The respondents will be coming from Baguio City, aging from 18 to 24 years old only, regardless of their gender and outside information. Furthermore, to validate the information gathered from the respondents and to summarize the data, the researchers interviewed professionals from that different profession that fits the question prepared for them. Professionals include guidance counselors, psychologists, psychiatrists, and the like. For the sampling technique, the researchers used non-probability sampling, wherein researchers ought to select their respondents based on their subjective judgment. Respondents are selected based on their researcher's perspective, unlike the other probability technique with random selection. We have used this since the respondents themselves are randomly chosen. To gather the data, we have used tools such as questionnaires and online interviews. There would be two parts of questionnaires for the youth respondents. The first part would include close-ended questions, while the second part would be open-ended questions. Interviews online were utilized for professional respondents. The gathered data were scored using coding, collating, and content analysis. The researchers transcribed the answers after the data were gathered. From the transcribed answers, the researchers create codes and tail the data according to their categories. The researchers used 4 Likert scales and used 2 different kinds of the said instrument based on the questionnaires.
To give us a clearer view, let us use this table to define the vague. Part A questionnaire includes the questions that will verify the answers to the statement of the problem. It was answerable by yes or no. Hence, yes will be interpreted as agreed, while no will be understood as disagree. For the Part B questionnaire, the following table will be discussed to explain how it will be treated. We have used a descriptive equivalent of strongly disagree, disagree, agree, and strongly agree. It was chronologically interpreted, having strongly disagreed as to the least, while strongly agree as the highest number. The statistical range was based on the mean to get the interpreted description. To conclude, we have used the researcher's assessment. While technologies evolved powerful than before, impacts on this in society also grew larger. Other issues may not be visible, but it is possible. Hence, users must learn how to deal with the proper usage and limit engagement. There is no right time than now, and there is no correct starting point than yourself.